Hi, today I want to talk about my personal experience. I'm going to a therapist because I feel like when you go to a therapist for the first time, do you not even wonder if they're the right one for you? But they actually might be the wrong one for you, and you will anyways. You will realize it probably as soon as you have a couple of sessions. You will realize whether they're helping you or it's just not good enough. I feel like the mind is so complex and not everyone is going to work in the way or in a way that you will feel like it's actually benefiting you and actually you are the client. So it's very important to switch, mostly because therapy, as we know, is really, really not a cheap thing. But in Spain, it's very expensive. And if you want to go to a therapist in social security, you have to basically be in a point of like literally dream for them to give it to you. And normally they are not very, very good. According to my family, some members of my family and a personal experience has been quite bad. So obviously I did not want to take that route. I just went to a private one recently, and it was the first time I had ever been. I just really wanted to work and be more secure in myself, more confidence, and I've just started working on that. And when I went to the first one, it's the first session, about an hour, I left the room with a very good feeling of, oh wow, I did this for the first time, that it was something I have wanted to do for a very long time. I finally had the strength and the courage to actually do it, and it was amazing. I felt amazing. I didn't know if she was going to be the one for me or not. It was too little time. She just barely got to know me. And when I left, went the second time, and I thought, as soon as I left the room the second time, I felt like this is not really helping me at all. I didn't feel like it was helping me at all in any form. Like I would just talk. Like it's normally in a therapy, you're going to be the one talking. That is absolutely normal. But there is usually some feedback. So, as I was saying, as soon as I left the room the second time, I thought, once again, there wasn't a feedback. I had no idea it's supposed to make you feel good or better. That when you entered the room and I left feeling worse, I just thought, I looked at the time and I even realized whilst I was in the room, silly me, I did not speak up, I didn't say anything. I was too shy. Normally sessions are an hour, right? And we were like 35 minutes. And then she said, well, any questions? Okay, next appointment when? And I was like, uh, what? Especially because I had to walk like half an hour to get to the appointment. Obviously it's a long time on my day because I have to come back home. And then the time we spent there for just half an hour, barely half an hour, or nonsense, I was the only one speaking. I was the only one speaking. And then she'll maybe tell me a few techniques that I could do, but techniques that you can find on the internet, and that's not really why I'm going there. I know you're going to offer me techniques that I can find on the internet, but that was kind of all she said, in the whole session. She will say, okay, there's this technique, she will explain it, made me copy things as if I was in school, which I didn't really like. And there was no feedback, like I would tell things and she would just basically repeat what I said. Oh, of course, it's very hard, it's not easy. And then I would just keep talking. It's not any question. I wasn't being questioned anything to make me think about things. It was just me talking, and I was thinking, this is not normal. That session, the last, because I paid for 3 sessions together, so I had no choice. I could not have the money returned. I did it online because I didn't want to waste my time. And she said she had a cold, and she did not even put the camera on, so it was a phone call. 60 euros for that. I've never felt so stolen in my life, and I thought, I'm glad this is the last one. I didn't really give her any reasons. I just said in some time I'll maybe contact her again. But honestly, it wasn't the one for me. Maybe someone else feels good and like their life is getting better. I just thought I was wasting my time, and she wasn't really caring much about me getting better. Just about, oh, next appointment. Just about getting money, and not even being. I don't feel she was caring about my well-being at all, even though she did seem like a nice person. But it's just not normal. When something is not normal, it's not normal. Um, And when I asked her about the time, like it's just 35 minutes, she told me, oh yeah, they're 50 minutes always. And I thought, we haven't been 30, I haven't been that time, we haven't been 50 minutes. I just let it go because I know that I was going to change to someone else. And I decided going to her because I found really good reviews on the internet about her. Maybe for some people it worked, but for me, it's just like I could find the same resources or even better on YouTube videos or just things on the internet. And I thought, no way, this is not, no. And not putting the camera, I find it extremely unprofessional, especially when it's a therapy thing. And once again, not caring about my well-being really, just about money, So in that way, I was a bit disappointed and very happy as well, not to not waste my money anymore going there. I only went 3 times at the end of the day. And recently, through some family member, I got passed a number. She's a coach. I'm not sure if it's the same as a psychologist, but it's definitely something very, very similar. And she had my family member, a lovely experience with this woman. So I decided, let's give her a try. I mean, what could be better, right? Or cannot be worse or anything. Before setting up sessions, she gave me a 5-minute call and we were talking about the things that I want to improve. She was explaining that she will love the sessions to be in person, but she lives quite far. So obviously I'm not able to do that, but obviously she was happy to do them online because she does that as well. And we just agreed on a date. And yeah, she gave me the first session for free, which was really, really, really nice of her. And I cannot even explain it, guys, like just the 5 minutes of the call, I felt amazing. Those 5 minutes made me feel way better than the 3 sessions I had with this other therapy. How is that possible? I feel like this woman was actually a human, like she was talking to me in a close way, in a loving way, and I could tell that she did want me to improve. In fact, in the call, she told me that normally she makes up to like 10 sessions maximum, something like that, because the goal with this is that she's going to be offering me the techniques for me to improve, to know myself, and to know what to do in certain situations, and to be able to question myself things when I have doubts or I don't really know what to do or how to act, to have those techniques that will allow me to question things myself. And I just thought, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like you just actually don't just want like you just actually don't only want to take money from me. Like that was absolutely beautiful, and she was so kind. I even told her on the phone because you made me feel so good, even better than the therapist. And I've had 2 sessions with her so far. The first one for free. When I'm telling her things, even if I do not stop, she's always giving me feedback. She's always making me question things. Like she would just make a question and then I'll be like, oh, I never thought about that before. And that question will allow me to think about what I really think and to see things with clarity that I do not normally see or realize. Because sometimes, our minds are like clouds and it's too much noise and too many things, too many thoughts, and they're not really like in files, they're not ordered. So she kind of put them in files for you and she will make you questions and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I realize now what I want to do, what I really want in my life and what I don't want, and the things that I should be doing and the things that I shouldn't be doing. And she's so nice. She talks to you like she's a friend. And sometimes I would just say something, that she'll find funny. And then we would just both be laughing for like 20 seconds. Like, and it's amazing. It's literally like talking to a friend. And I do feel like she's a human being like me and not a robot. Like she will tell me if we're talking about a certain topic, she will just talk to me about her personal experience to just, oh, well, I had a similar experience like this, and then I realized this wasn't for me. And it's like, wow, you're a human, And this obviously made me realize of the fact that, well, I already knew, I had not been to therapist before, but I certainly did know that just because you go to someone, it does not mean the person and the therapist is going to be the right one for you. I did think that I was gonna just hit the right spot in terms of like, first one is gonna be amazing. It wasn't. To me, it wasn't even good into a bare minimum level. because I would probably stayed if I did notice it's a little bit good. But she wasn't, so I'm very happy to say that now this coach is like an angel, and I'm very happy. I'm so happy. I'm improving. I feel like, and I've realized that sometimes I was just stopping myself from being myself, from being who I really want to be. I was just like closing myself in a circle. I'll do another video about that for sure because it's very interesting. How sometimes your thoughts can just change your reality. Most important part, that do not be like embarrassed to change therapist, to have to try a different one. It's most likely that the first one that you go to, it will not be the one for you because it's not that easy. The mind, once again, is very complex, it's very delicate, and not everyone is going to know maybe or to be good at dealing with your mind and in helping you to feel better. But that's fine and it's totally understandable. And that's all I wanted to say in this video. And apart from that, if you like this content, feel free to give a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.